Oh, your notebook. I think I have a few things written down too. So, a few a few little quick hits. Oh, mama. I even named my note where I wanted to quickly jot an idea down. The same exact thing, like the same exact number of D's and N's.
That's funny.
That is funny. We can get rid of that. I haven't updated this note in a minute, I guess.
My note.
Well, I haven't cleaned stuff.
Yeah, my note for SMSoup is kind of a mess because I do just keep adding to the bottom of it. So some of the stuff at the top is we could have probably a whole episode where it's like shit we plan to talk about.
Yeah.
Where was this idea supposed to go?
Yeah. Oh, right. Because here I have my 20 question things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay. So yeah, I have touched it. I just haven't cleaned it out.
Yeah, that's the problem I run into.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
S.
M.
Soup. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SMSoup, the #1 podcast with soup in the name, but not on the brain. I am Spencer.
I'm Shelby.
Together, we're here to take you on a journey through life's biggest questions, like, waiter, what are we talking about this week?
Waiter, where am I?
Waiter.
What year is it?
Waiter, is that a new tattoo?
Ah.
Waiter, we've never met before. But is that a new tattoo?
Has a stranger ever asked you about your tattoo?
No. Kind of a bad spot for me to get a tattoo as somebody who hates
Being perceived. Wow, it's like glowing in here.
Looks good in here.
Yeah, but you said no one said anything.
No one has said anything, but I'm
So it
saying
doesn't
it's
matter.
a bold spot to put it because it is outside of on your face.
Right.
It is the one part of your body that's the least covered
Yeah.
normally.
Yeah.
Wrist. But my watch will sometimes, depending, will slide around.
Sure.
Cover it.
Having a meerkat on my leg has really led to a few interesting conversations, mostly in that if people know what a meerkat is or not. Because the people who confidently go, I love your meerkat, I'm like, you're a cool person.
I just hate that some people genuinely love or crave, I guess, really, human interaction. So much so that they're unable to register when somebody no longer wants to be a part of said human interaction.
Okay.
And I feel like I constantly get those types of people.
Oh, yeah.
What part of me?
Yeah.
What part of all 6'4" gangliness of me screams, this guy wants to talk? I really want to know. I really want to know. Because I don't.
Interesting.
I don't. I hate that I stick out like a sore thumb.
I really don't feel like you stick out that bad.
I'm 6'4", Shelby. What are you talking about?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I quite literally stick out above
the majority of people.
A majority of people.
Sure. I hear what you're saying.
But I feel like I constantly am just getting not so much recently, I guess.
Right.
I can think back to Boston though.
Boston, yeah, I do feel like a lot, which was kind of funny.
What part? Do I have fuckface written on my face
really
that
funny,
people are
though.
I need to talk to this person? But Jesus Christ.
That's funny though, because when we moved to Charlotte, we were like, oh my God, everyone here and their fucking small talk. But it's
people
different.
are chatty
but
here.
it's different. Yeah,
but people don't just randomly, normally try to hold an hour-long conversation with you. But when they do, it's just
yeah.
I'm sorry you're bored right now. I have things that I need to do or would rather do than talk to you.
You're like,
I don't know you and we are never going to interact again. Hopefully.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
There are sayings, if you're out at a bar.
Yeah.
If you're out, in a space like that.
Mm-hmm.
Random conversation. Okay.
No, that's
fine.
Actually the last place I want to have a random conversation. I'm not joking. That's not me being combative. I hate. It's probably It's probably because I'm a woman. I hate being approached and spoken to at a bar because it feels like there's an underlying goal.
Yes, I get that.
When someone approaches. Like, that is the last place I want a stranger talking to me.
I can understand that.
But I hear what you're saying. Like, those can be social settings.
If I'm standing in line waiting to like get up to the bar to get a drink.
Yeah.
And the person behind me like notices something on my shirt and decides to say something.
Yeah.
And then we strike up conversation. Fine.
Yeah.
If I'm walking on the street and you're waiting for a bus,
don't talk to me.
I am quite literally moving while you are not.
Yeah. Oh, that's just bad.
Leave me alone.
No, waiting in line, I'm for.
Like, that's fine. Like, at a coffee shop. Like, waiting in line.
Yep, agreed.
Like, we're both here. Like.
Agreed. You bump into each other, each reaching for the same packet of sugar.
Want to go see a movie later?
Oh, my God.
Did I misread the situation?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Anyway. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm going to keep saying it. Weather's been beautiful, so life is beautiful.
Okay.
That's how that works.
All right.
How are you?
Good. Baseball's back, baby.
Baseball's back, baby. That's just been your life? It's only been back for 2 days, Spencer.
It's been back for 3. But I've been playing MLB The Show.
That's true. You have.
So,
ooh, you know what happened? Tales of the Shire came out. I still haven't decided if I'm getting it.
Okay, well, clearly you're not getting it day 1.
Clearly that's passed.
Yeah.
So we're over the hump. If anything, that probably screams I'm not getting it for like 5 years. If I didn't get it day 1.
No.
Not
I
till
think
5
I have
years.
it on my wish list, so we can grab it when it's like on sale.
Cool. Well, because I really
you have
was.
to behave yourself.
I really was like, am I going to play it now? Do I even have the time to play it now? So should I be spending the money? Probably not.
Yeah.
That's where my brain was at with all this. Was like,
yeah.
I either need to be excited and commit day 1, and then I need to, and then I need to play it right now, or I need to wait until it's on sale.
Yeah.
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 It's pretty much how I go through
Life.
all gaming purchases.
Right.
It's like it's either a day 1 buy or I'm waiting until it's at least 50% off.
Sure.
So
I like that.
it's a good way to keep yourself in check and keep a very expensive hobby at least semi more manageable.
It's a little under control. Yeah. I agree with that. Any like good updates? Not really.
Okay, I guess that's it.
No, I'm just thinking. Sorry, I was just talking out loud.
Yeah, so this episode is just going to kind of be a little bit of a hodgepodge. We'll see kind of where it goes. Don't really have too much of a plan as is. Yeah, most of my life's been taken up by baseball and work.
Yeah.
If you're watching the video portion of the podcast, we have a new cat tower for Mr. Grogu because we finally feel comfortable bringing something like this into what is effectively Milady's space.
Yeah.
But they're both interacting fairly well. Like,
they are.
I think you and I were kind of talking about, we went on a fairly long walk with Milady this morning over to our garden plot.
Yeah,
So
I guess there are some
update.
updates.
And Milady's still a nut in how she walks. I would say probably 75% of the time.
Yeah.
She's not the worst anymore, but at times she is the worst.
Yeah.
If that can make any sort of rational sense.
Yep.
And we were kind of talking about it a little bit where it's like it's really nice when certain people who have interacted with her now multiple times can but with big gaps in interacting with her can attest to how her overall demeanor and energy has shifted. Because obviously we see it on a micro level. We see it daily, so the changes feel so few and far between.
Yeah.
People who get to see it on more of a macro level, it's like night and day for them.
Yeah.
Which is really refreshing and
and comforting.
Yeah, and stopping to think about how we could not have had this, and Grogu and Milady could not exist in the same room. Grogu didn't come downstairs for
quite a few weeks.
Probably probably the first month maybe of having her, really.
Yeah.
And like now here we are, and they will like sit on the same couch. Like they both love looking out the window, and they both can like, Milady can rest her head on the back of the couch, all but touching Grogu with her wet ass nose.
Yeah.
While Grogu's on the windowsill looking out the window. And for the most part, it's fine. Grogu then realizes that she's there and sometimes will give attitude. And if he does, sometimes she just turns her head away.
So yeah, they're learning each other's
so like
communication.
All of that is like crazy. Like
it's been like 8 months. 8 months in the work. Yeah.
Of having her.
Yeah.
It's like we haven't even had her a full year. And
right.
So that's a pretty big change already.
Yeah, 100%.
To have that. So it's like nice to have those moments where you can like stop and be like, wait, that is actually like kind of some like crazy progress, some good progress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's I literally say, like when I talk about it to some of our friends, I'm like, getting Milady has humbled us so intensely.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's one of those things where it's like, we knew we were in for a challenge, but I don't even think we could really put into our brains what we were getting ourselves into.
Yeah.
And obviously, a million things could have gone worse. A million things could have gone better. Like, you can always play that game. Every dog's different. And she's still only one, so we could still be in for who knows what for the next year or so.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not, like, done. But I keep phrasing it as getting her has humbled us to a very extreme degree. But
I think that's the case, though, for anybody who gets an animal, right?
Yeah.
Like,
you never really know what you're getting yourself into.
I think getting Grogu humbled us a little bit, right? Like, everybody thinks cats are really easy, and to a degree they are. And
now getting a dog, we're like, cats are so easy.
I know we have this conversation. We've had this conversation like a trillion different times, a trillion different ways. But, everybody thinks cats are easy, and again, to a degree they absolutely are. But also they can be fucking menaces, and like, when you're just exhausted and don't want to deal with anything, this little shithead's like, I'm going to make your day worse. Right. But you could also get the easiest cat in the world. And then, so I think both our animals have been really good, like, first animals of each of their, like, like Grogu's a great first cat.
Species.
Milady's a great first dog because they do just have this, like, insane young energy. Yeah. That, like, one, hopefully we just never have to deal with again. And two, if we ever do have a young cat or a young dog again, it's like, well, they probably aren't going to be much worse than either of them. Right. Like, don't get me wrong, they both could be a lot worse. Right. But, like, I think also that's a product of, like, the
energy we bring.
Yeah, the energy and the caretakers and stuff like that. And
for sure.
And so, so, like, I don't know. Part of me's like, well, at least...
Oh, we definitely bring some of the chaos.
At least they can't be worse or too much worse than them. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh my God, Grogu.
Oh, he's going for it.
Yeah. Apparently I pushed that too close to the door and it keeps banging into it. The other thing that I keep... Because, we get... Bringing a cat tower down here and, like, giving them both a space in the same floor has been, like, a pretty exciting development for multiple reasons, as we're saying. But it's also, there's genuinely, like, no better feeling than, like, being like, oh my God, this animal trusts me, Mm-hmm. Like, even though some days I'm like, you're exhausting, you're annoying, all of the above. There's days where you're like, oh my God, we did this. We did this as a family.
Not to be, like, that person, but I think that's probably, like, as much as people who have kids... hate when people act like an animal is like a kid. I think you have a lot of those similar moments, though. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. To my one friend, I was like being all like reflective, and I was like, oh my God, I just feel like our animals have come so far, and I'm like so proud of them. And like, I also like value the trust that they put in us, and like they look to us to like figure their shit out. And I was like, and for 1 second, I was like, oh, this is why people have kids. Like, for 1 second, not that I want any of my own. I was like, oh, this feeling is why people have kids. And, to a degree.
Right. Again, totally different.
Totally different.
But you get those, like, similar moments or feelings. Yes. And so you can see why people equate it in some regards. And I can also still understand why like a baby is probably
Oh my god, yeah, completely different.
a million times
or more
trillion
exhausting.
times
Yeah.
worse than
Yeah.
having to deal with like the minor craziness of an animal.
Right. Again, I have no interest in comparing for myself, so. But it was it was very
I'm
funny.
gonna grab my coffee.
Yeah, go grab your coffee, you silly. But yeah, we have a garden plot. It's the year of growing food, which is very exciting. Hopefully, everything and anything takes off and flourishes, and we have so much food we don't know what to do with it. We'll be gifting all of our friends salad. And the big dream is we're gonna be growing a lot of greens for salad, and then / like, we love our bowls and whatnot. Or last year we had peppers do really, really well, and every person I've met who kind of like, grows a few things on the side always says peppers do really well here.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we're gonna have so many peppers, to which then I was like, well, this year we're gonna start growing tomatoes, so we're gonna be ready for salsa at any point. And then the last dream is basil did really, really well last year. I do feel like my plants are struggling to start this year. Oh my god, goose in the bowl. I do feel like my basil is struggling to start, but maybe I'm just a little early.
Yeah.
Because last year I had so much basil I didn't know what to do with it. But it's gonna be pesto, salsa, and salads. That's gonna be our food for the year, for the summer.
Okay.
I'm so excited. And Goo's in his bowl.
Okay.
And he's excited. But yeah, it's a good time. It's encouraging us to, it's exciting to learn how to grow food.
Yeah.
Some are started from seeds, and some are a few starters I bought from the store in case the seeds totally don't work, so I don't feel so sad. and that way I don't have a plot for no reason. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Big things.
Big things.
Big things. Anything you wanted to talk about?
Anything you wanted to talk about?
I had a question pop into my brain the other day.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know if we're really going to come to a resolution on it. Wow, you're already matching me with a bad energy, Spencer. Doesn't matter. My question is, do anagrams only work if it only comes out to one outcome? Whether it's a word or a phrase or a person's name, can you get a wrong message from an anagram? And how do people know when to look for anagrams? I don't understand. And is anagram the right word?
I don't think so. Isn't anagram like... Uh-oh.
Isn't that when you like write a word vertically and you say a sentence after each one of it?
Yeah.
Is that what an anagram is?
I think so.
Wait, that's really funny. Do I have the wrong word?
No. You're right. A word, phrase, or name formed by rearranging the letters of another, such as cinema formed from Iceman.
Yeah, I don't understand. How do you know to look for that? And does it have to only come out to one outcome? Like how it's used in movies and books and stuff. It's like, oh, like Harry Potter, right? What is it? Jack Riddle or whoever the fuck?
Tom Riddle.
Tom Riddle.
Yeah, his stupid ass name to make it spell I am Lord Voldemort.
Right. Too many letters. Like there's no other words or phrases you could have gotten out of that.
Because his name's Tom Riddle.
Yeah, but they put his middle name in there or something.
Yeah, so they had to come up with a middle name. So his middle name is Marvelo. Like
to add a million extra letters.
To make sure you can get am and the V for Voldemort.
But it's like, you're telling me you couldn't get any other words or phrases from that? I don't understand. I don't understand how those are a thing, how we know to look for them, and how we know we're getting the right answer. I don't trust it. Nope. I don't think so. I think we're making it up. I think it's not real.
I don't know what I don't really understand what you're asking.
Okay.
I don't really understand.
You're given a puzzle.
Yeah.
And the puzzle person's like, there's an anagram. They tell you. They tell you so
Okay.
you don't have to
Yeah,
just
yeah,
assume.
yeah, yeah.
There's an
Well,
anagram.
Okay, so that's what I thought you were going with at first, which is like, how do you know when there's an anagram? It's just like, well,
I mean, that does confuse me a little bit, but we'll
but
get to
I
that.
don't think
we'll
you
get
do
to that.
know.
But some people clearly do.
Well, I think like if you're like playing a game where you're doing like role playing or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And like it's like Dungeons and Dragons, right? Like
Yeah.
you go into a room and on the wall are these words. Okay, at a certain point you're like, okay, there's clearly a puzzle here. Maybe it's an anagram.
Yeah.
I don't think you're just like walking down the street and go, that might be an anagram.
Well, you never know.
The deep state is coming to get me. Bees?
Okay. You're told there's an anagram in something.
Yeah.
How do you know you're getting to the right answer?
You have to use all the letters.
And you're telling me there's never so an anagram only works when there's one outcome?
Okay, Iceman.
Iceman.
And again, the word is cinema, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but make Iceman into something else other than cinema.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ice space man. Man space ice. Like, yeah, okay. But typically there's going to be like, you're going to figure it out. Like, because it's going to be like, go to the cinema.
Mm-hmm.
So then there's going to be other words other than just Iceman. And honestly, Iceman probably wouldn't work in that situation. But Iceman is the perfect word to flip into cinema is what like
the example
was
that was
saying.
given. Yeah.
I
just don't trust it.
This is dumb. I don't really understand. I get what you're saying, but I don't really understand what's the fear? What are you scared of?
That one day an anagram will be put in front of me. It'll be life or death, and I'll come to the wrong answer because someone poorly planned their anagram.
Yeah, that could happen.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I guess. You know what's been bothering me lately?
Yeah.
My
wife.
I don't think people use a and an right.
They don't.
And it really bothers me.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
If you are shorthanding something.
Yeah.
For example, in baseball, runs batted in.
Sure.
Shorthanded to RBI.
Yeah.
Would you say, and you're using the short form.
I'm saying RBI.
You're going to use RBI.
Yeah.
You're typing RBI.
Yeah.
Do you use A or an?
They got an RBI. They got AR. I'd say an.
You'd say an.
Yeah.
They got an RBI.
But would you need to?
But my next question is, if you are shorthanding, you wouldn't assume that somebody is going to read an RBI as an run batted in.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
You're shorthanding it for a reason.
Yeah.
So you're going to read it as the shorthand.
Yeah.
So you would use the right form of A or an.
Yeah.
And I don't think people do. I think people go, oh, it's A because R.
Yeah.
Because it would be A runs batted in.
Right.
Or A run batted in.
Right. A run batted in. Yeah.
And that really bothers me.
So wait, so are you worried that when you type that, people are reading it wrong? Or
yes.
Okay. You're
But
worried that when
right.
you type that sentence, people are going, and then they got an runs batted in.
Yes. Because I watch people type ARBI.
Oh, that's crazy. That just feels wrong.
Another example would be if something is trying to explain like what Call of Duty is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty is a first-person shooter, or Call of Duty is an FPS.
Yeah.
And I
do
feel
you
like
always
you
do
would
"and"
see,
for an acronym?
No. Well, it's how you say the word. It's how you say the next thing. Is the next spoken sound that of a vowel? F would be, right? Because it would be how do you phonetically spell F?
EFF.
Right?
Right.
Probably.
Oh, is that? I'm just now analyzing.
Okay.
I know what feels right.
What is 60 minutes?
But now I'm thinking about it.
What is 60 minutes?
What is 60 minutes?
I'll strangle you.
Like SIX.
No.
What is
60
it?
minutes?
It's an hour. An hour.
Right.
Do
you say a?
It's hour. No, obviously not.
Right.
Yeah. It's an hour.
Right. Because you're pronouncing
hour.
A vowel.
O-U-R.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, the H is silent.
Because when you're taught when typing, when writing,
yeah,
you're taught that A can't be next to another vowel.
Yeah, they hate each other.
Right? Like
A is kind of the bitch.
A can't be followed by a vowel.
The alphabet.
But that's such a baseline understanding of it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, yes, but also
right.
It can't be next to a vowel sound in general.
Wow, it's been so long since I've thought about that. That is just breaking my brain.
I think people get it wrong constantly because I think people are like, but speaking, they wouldn't.
Yeah, right.
Because it doesn't feel right.
Right.
You would say the right.
Well, it doesn't feel right because you've been told it's not right.
No, it doesn't feel right to say a hour.
Because we've been told it's not right. I'm not. You're right. Like, yes, you're correct.
No, it's just how you speak.
Yeah. Because you're taught to speak.
Yeah, I guess. The way we set
You could
up,
be taught to say a hour and then it wouldn't feel wrong to you.
No, it would.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it would. And you'd be an idiot. You're just flat out, you'd be an idiot too.
Oh my gosh.
No, okay, yeah, that's very pedantic. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, no, but
No. I'm gonna go fuck my own face. Like, this is just.
It's not like nature versus nurture. Nature's like an hour. It's not in our blood cells, you know?
No, you know what? I actually think it is. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
It bothers the hell out of me.
No, I do
I
agree.
think people are like, yeah. And it's amazing that, like, because then that to me, I think tells me that, like, either people aren't like effectively saying stuff as they're writing it.
Which is crazy. I say everything in my head as I'm writing it. Yeah.
Or, again, in the case of like shorthand and acronyms that cause a flip in how you would say it versus the long form way.
Yeah.
To your question of is every acronym just an? I don't know. But probably because
probably
if you are saying so your acronym is A.
Yeah. N-A?
B wouldn't. It would be A. Right? Wait. I need a acronym that starts with B.
On my way. Oh, you don't really say on my.
B starts with B.
I thought you were just asking for an acronym.
That starts with B.
That starts with it. But also,
my way.
Also, I gave you an acronym that starts with a vowel anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Fucking idiot. Oh my god. BRB. So if you were like a BRB sign, I need a BRB sign.
I need a BRB
for my business.
You'd say A.
Yeah.
Because
A.
You'd say
so. There would be A. C. C would also be a CIA operative. Yeah. Okay. So it's not and for all acronyms. But I worry that people are reading out acronyms as like that. To me seems crazy.
That is crazy.
I go back and try to figure out what the acronym was if I didn't pick it up immediately upon reading it. You know what I mean?
Me too.
Like if I see an RBI,
except
I know what it is, so I just keep going.
Certain ones, yes, I think we shorthand and say shorthand, but like end of day, do you really say EOD?
Yeah,
and that's why you need to be put down.
I would say by EOD.
No, I say by end of day. I don't. To me, that's a dumb shorthand. I see EOD and I say end of day.
No,
but maybe that's because I don't use it very often. Like it's not really in my.
I would say BAU. I would say.
Yeah, BAU. I don't.
I read BAU, and then I know it means business as usual.
And I say SOB.
Okay. Really has bothered me.
I feel
like people use it incorrectly.
I do think when you saying like if you don't read as you write, I think you've you've narrowed down the few people who don't have internal monologue.
Maybe.
And we can take them out.
The other thing that bothers me then is because I then say it properly. Like, I know I'm right.
Right, of course.
No, I do.
No, I
know it's an hour and not a hour.
Yeah.
Like, you're typing that wrong.
Right.
But then when I type it correctly, I'm like, people are going to read that and be like, this fucking idiot doesn't know proper grammar. And it's like...
No, I think they're just not thinking that hard when they're typing
aren't.
and reading
You're right.
messages.
They probably aren't reading it at all. Most of the times, people aren't reading my messages.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Tee.
Do you have anything else?
I
have two things.
Oh, well then go ahead.
Well, it's one thing, really.
Okay.
But this could definitely take us home.
Okay, then do it. Do it, please.
So I didn't know if you had anything else. If you have something small, please.
No, please. No.
I fear I married an insane person.
A memoir by Spencer. Okay. I'm excited. This is a poem. This feels like it could be a poem.
Shelby, my beautiful and very talented wife, who I do somehow love.
Despite all.
So very much. Despite all the signs and reasonings for me not to love her. Shelby, what ice cream have you been eating lately?
I've been eating chocolate peanut butter ice cream.
Uh-huh. And what is in the chocolate peanut butter ice cream?
It has peanut butter chunks. It has peanut butter cups. I need to be very explicit. And it has fudge shavings, like fudge pieces in it.
I didn't realize there were peanut butter chunks.
Yeah, they're like peanut butter cups.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little disappointed. I like
thought
the
it was
ones
just the big chunks of fudge.
I prefer chunks of peanut butter where it looks like you can see swatches of peanut butter like mixed in. But no, this is more swatches of fudge with peanut butter cups.
Right.
That's what I've been eating because it's the cheapest ice cream at the grocery store. Fudge. Yes.
My stupid idiot wife turns to me and says that fudge tastes like mint.
Sometimes.
Asked me if I think fudge tastes like mint.
Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah.
I can kind of, I think, maybe see the through line that you're going for. And this isn't the thing that necessarily bothers me.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Cool.
I do think it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I do think they are very different tastes.
Sure.
But like, if it gives like you a weird aftertaste, and obviously we're all different with our tastes and stuff like that.
Sure.
What bothers me?
Sure.
When you go to a Joann's or fabric store.
Joanne's
and
is
you're
dead.
and you're in the checkout line.
Yeah.
What do you love to get?
Oh, I love to get white fudge covered pretzels.
White what?
Fudge.
Shelby.
I would get yogurt covered pretzels if that was an option, but there's normally not a bag option.
Informs me that she thought the white fudge, which again, fudge has a mint aftertaste, covered pretzels, she thought they were yogurt.
I love yogurt covered pretzels.
I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
I don't know. Like, you don't know what yogurt covered pretzels are?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Where?
I think like in bakeries and stuff. It's like supposed to be a better snack, I thought. Yogurt covered. You like freeze them. It literally came up immediately. Like they autofilled.
You're like, I'm not crazy.
They autofilled my request.
What bothers me?
You can get them everywhere. Yogurt covered pretzels. I think they're
those
supposed to be
are fucking good.
Oh, that is white fudge. It was like, that's what I get. Well, it came up next to my yogurt covered pretzels. They're supposed to, I think, be a little bit healthier for you. I don't care about that. I just really like them. I like covered pretzels.
It just bothered me that within, I think, 2 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Of you saying that your ice cream fudge tastes like mint.
Which is chocolate fudge.
You then
said my white fudge covered
you thought
pretzels
it was yogurt.
Tastes like yogurt.
No. See, you're trying to change the story. You're trying to say that it tastes like yogurt.
Okay.
Like you think fudge tastes like a yogurt.
Yeah.
No. You said, I'm going to go eat some of those yogurt pretzels. they just aren't yogurt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But to conflate that, to think that fudge is yogurt, but fudge is mint.
Yeah.
So mint is yogurt. So yogurt to you tastes like mint. So yogurt, mint, fudge.
And where does the cow come into all of this?
The yogurt and the fudge, I would imagine.
Sure. Here's the thing. I don't like mint.
I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. I think that's the one thing I didn't say. You're right. But oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know, dude.
So you don't like fudge?
And
then by proxy,
I don't think I love fudge.
You don't like yogurt.
Yogurt's a hit or miss for me.
Because yogurt tastes like mint.
Yeah.
Through the transitive
properties.
It boggles the mind.
I'm dying that you held on to this for like a few weeks because I remember this conversation.
Yeah, I was really hoping. Yeah, because you said it and I just went, okay.
You went, no. We're done.
Yeah.
This is it.
I think I just got quiet, you know? It's just like one of those things where it's just like, I'm shutting down. I'm going to write this down. I was kind of hoping we would get more things, but these were just the main two for now.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure,
I'm going to try and keep track of some
You're
of the
gonna keep
most
a list.
insane things that you say that just make no godly sense. And now that you know that I'm kind of keeping track of these things, I know you're going to try extra hard to be like quirky and all this other stuff. And so I'm going to have to just let this die for probably a year or so to get you to stop trying so hard. But
that's what they call me, try hard.
You do try hard. This goes back to the whole, like,
who's funnier? Who's more creative?
Yeah. Like,
it all ties back.
You're like, yeah, this was hilarious because it was. You're going to be like, I bet I can do it better. But it was funny because it was real, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're just actually an idiot.
Yeah.
Who thinks yogurt and mint are the same.
I'm the comedy. My existence is the joke. That was a good one. Thank you all for being here and for listening. And if you think fudge tastes like mint, which tastes like yogurt, please give us a like, a rating.
I'm confused. How do you think?
Both of our socials are in the description.
How do you think
you
one
can find
is the other?
SMSoup Podcasts on all streaming services, as well as YouTube, if that's where you like to watch your podcasts. And we'll see you next week. Until then, stay brothy.